Good morning, it's Anand here from Osho, Ireland, and this week we are on the 44th meditation technique from the Osho Book of Secrets. Before I go into it, it is a sound technique, and it's a particular one for those that have a very sensitive ear. And I'm going to read out the instructions, and then I'm going to share something that Osho shares in this, and something that I've been playing around with for quite some time. It's about listening to sound without thought. We're all, or most of us, well, actually pretty much all of us, we're in a lockdown situation. I'm in Ireland, and we've been in lockdown for a long time now and continue to do so. And life can feel very, very boring. It can feel very mundane. It can feel very samey. And it can get in on me. And what I'm discovering with these sound techniques is that when I kind of drop all of that stuff about the lockdown and the sameness, and I go out into nature, and I sit or I walk or I stop, and I close my eyes and I allow sounds everywhere to penetrate me without thought, without thinking, without anything, suddenly the world is no longer boring or mundane or any of that. It becomes very alive. It becomes very, very, in a very quiet, beautiful way, exciting. There's nothing's the same. And what I would invite you, if you're feeling like me sometimes, where you feel like the lockdown and the virus and the fear and the anxiety, what comes up, if it feels too much for you, or you feel like it's just getting in on you, try this. Or if it's not with sound, try it with seeing. Look at the world without commentary, or taste things without commentary. That's what all of these techniques in this Book of Secrets, they're tantric techniques about experiencing the world in the moment. No future, no past, just present in the moment. Tasting, touching, smelling, seeing, hearing, beyond. And that's what I'm finding beautiful at this moment. We're in a lockdown where we're on our own a lot, so it's about a communing with what's around me, with sound. So I'm going to read the instructions, but I just wanted to share that with you. This is something that I find really helpful, and maybe you might too. So this technique, the instructions are: center on the sound Om, A-U-M, Om, without any A or M. So what this means is, and Osho says that this technique is particularly suitable for those with a sensitive ear, like musicians, poets, or like me, a music lover, a listener. It can be very helpful. And it's to be able to, you intone Om, which I'm going to do shortly, and you have to feel this Om, three sounds separately. A, U, Now I've done that quite quickly, just to give you a sense of that feeling. The A, U, and keep intoning it, and the A and the M drop. And also leftwards is with the oo, but you'll hear it. So I'll intone it, and you can decide to intone with me loudly or listening in to see if there's a difference between the three sounds. And the other thing that Osho shares, and which I was just talking to you about, is that in Zen, they train the ears first as part of meditation. They have a method of training the ears. The wind is blowing outside. It has a sound. The master will say, concentrate on it. Feel all the nuances, the changes. When the sound is angry, when the sound is furious, when the sound is compassionate, when the sound is loving, when the sound is strong, when the sound is delicate. Feel the nuances of the sound. The wind is blowing through the trees. Feel it. The river is running. Feel the nuances. And you can do that with trees, with sound, with the sky, or by the river. That's particularly beautiful. And Osho goes on to talk about that. So, if you want to close your eyes, I'm going to intone the sound Om, A-U-M. And as we intone it, silently or loudly, I'll be doing it loudly. Let's see if we can hear the three sounds separately, and then eventually just hear the U. And this technique will end when 3 bells go. Enjoy. Play with sound and see what happens. And I'll see you next Sunday at 11 for the 45th technique. Have a beautiful day.